I stood outside the apartment door, keys still warm in my palm, the notary's envelope tucked under my arm like a quiet miracle. 6 apartments, 1 vacation house, my grandfather's last unexpected gift, an entire future rearranged with a signature. I should have walked in. I should have smiled, told her, told them both, let the moment breathe warm and simple. But I didn't. Because the moment I touched the door, just brushed it with my fingers, I heard her voice on the other side, soft, strained, heavy with a bitterness I had never been allowed to see. "Don't worry," my wife whispered. "Once the inheritance clears, we'll convince him to put everything in my name. He trusts too easily." A pause. Her mother's voice slithered in. "And if he resists?" "He won't," my wife said. "He still thinks I love him." My throat closed. It wasn't shock, it was recognition, like I had been waiting for this moment without realizing it. A quiet suspicion finally stepping out of the dark. Her mother hummed. "And after the assets transfer? I'll file. He'll walk away with nothing. He's too soft to fight." The words cut with slow precision. No heat, no anger, just planning. Planning me. I didn't move. My heartbeat slowed instead of rising. A strange, icy clarity settled over me, pressing down everything else. Then my wife laughed. Small, careless, a sound that didn't belong to the woman I thought I married. I stepped back from the door. Cool air filled my lungs. Something inside me exhaled for the first time in years. I didn't enter. I didn't say a word. I just turned around, envelope still sealed, and walked away with the quiet certainty that something inside me had finally snapped into place. I drove aimlessly for almost an hour, letting the city blur around me. It didn't feel real. Not the traffic, not the lights, not even the car beneath me. Only their voices felt real, circling my thoughts like vultures. Convince him. Put everything in my name. File. I wanted to deny it. I wanted to tell myself I misheard, misunderstood, exaggerated. That good people didn't speak like that. That the woman who slept next to me for 3 years couldn't be calculating the demolition of my life with her mother. But the tone, that tone doesn't lie. Still, denial crawled up my spine like a reflex. Maybe they were joking. Maybe stress twisted their words. Maybe... No, I knew better. It wasn't the first time she'd whispered on the phone and fallen silent when I entered a room. Not the first time her mother accidentally suggested I was too gentle, too trusting, too manageable. Pieces aligned themselves in my head. Her sudden interest in my grandfather's health, her probing questions about wills and property laws, the way she insisted we share everything after marriage, but only if it benefited her. And I saw it clearly now. It wasn't love, it was strategy, and I had been the investment. I didn't cry, I didn't rage, the world didn't crack. Instead, a cold, measured calm took over, the kind that settles before surgery or execution. If she wanted a game, fine, I'd play, but the rules would be mine. I didn't go home that night. Instead, I checked into a hotel and opened my laptop with the precision of a surgeon preparing for an incision. First step, information. Always information. I dug through our financial records, bank transfers, hidden accounts she thought I'd never find, payments she made to a private attorney months ago. She'd prepared for this long before my grandfather died. Then the messages. Screenshots, cloud backups, synced devices she forgot I had access to. Conversations with her mother, even with a friend. The plan was clear. Use affection as leverage. Secure assets. Leave me hollow. I read each message with the stillness of a corpse. No shaking hands, no clenched jaw. Just absorption. Then I set my own plan in motion. I contacted a real estate attorney, quiet, efficient, expensive. I transferred the inheritance into a separate trust under my name only. I updated my will. I updated my accounts. I removed her access, silently, surgically. She would never see it happening, not until it was done. Hours passed. Morning crept in. My phone buzzed with her messages. "Where are you? Are you okay? Call me, I'm worried." I almost smiled. Worried was good. Worried meant cracks. I waited. I watched. And when every piece of evidence sat neatly in digital folders, I finally drove home. Not to confront, to confirm. When I walked in, she ran to me, arms open, eyes rehearsed. But her phone was on the table, unlocked, and a message preview blinked at me. "Don't push him yet. Wait for the inheritance paperwork." Her mother. I looked at my wife. She froze. And I knew everything. The moment stretched between us, thin, trembling. I didn't shout, I didn't accuse, I simply placed a printed stack of messages and bank statements on the table. Her eyes dropped, her breath stuttered. What is this?" she whispered. "Your plans," I said quietly, "all of them." Her lips parted. Listen, I can explain." I shook my head once, slow, cold. "No," I said. "You can react. Explaining doesn't change the truth." She grabbed the papers, flipping through them with trembling hands. Color drained from her face. Her voice cracked as she tried to breathe words that wouldn't come. I didn't mean. It was advice. My mother pressured me. You're misunderstanding." But I just watched her crumble, silent, detached. Because the moment she realized she'd been caught, the moment her carefully built world began collapsing, felt like a truth I had earned. I sat down, crossed one leg over the other, and slid the notary envelope toward her. "The inheritance?" she whispered, hope flaring like a dying match. I let the silence stretch before answering. "It's already secured," I said, "locked in a trust. You have no access. You never will." Her face broke. "And the marriage?" she choked. I met her eyes, steady, unblinking. "I'll file, today. You'll walk away with exactly what you gave me." "Nothing?" she whispered. "Exactly." She reached for me. I stepped back. The distance felt clean. I left the apartment with one suitcase, one folder of documents, and the quiet certainty that I had finally severed something that should have died long ago. No tears followed me, no apologies reached me, only silence and clarity. People don't change when you trust them, they change when you stop. As I walked out of that door for the last time, I realized something simple and sharp. She never expected me to listen at the door. She never expected me to think. And she definitely never expected me to win. I closed the door behind me, soft, final, and it felt like the first honest sound in years.